Good morning, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How you all doing? I'm off camera. I'm getting ready for work, but I did want to do a quick podcast just to talk about stop wasting your time on things and people that don't matter. And when I say people don't matter, it's more or less people that are not showing up how you need them to show up, how you desire, what you deserve. Please hit that like button. Please hit subscribe. Thank you so much. I hope you all are well. It's Friday. Happy Friday. We made it. Woohoo. You all know I'm a therapist, a clinician, licensed clinical social worker. And some of the things I talk about on here is well, yeah, it's what my clients are talking about. But it's also what friends, associates, social media people are talking about. And one thing I want to just hit on real quickly, ladies, in relationship stuff or dating, you definitely set the tone for how you're going to be treated. And there are times in our lives where maybe it's not the best time for us to date if we have not done the work on ourselves. And I know people getting tired of hearing the work. What is that? But when you're accepting really bad treatment, and I'm just going to come on out with it. And if you're not the type of lady I am describing, then this don't apply to you. But if you do want something substantial, you want something long term, you want a commitment, engagement, marriage, you want a partner, lifelong partner. If you're talking to a gentleman, that's what he needs to be, and he starts talking about sex right away. What position do you like? What is this? What is that? If that's not your style, which for me that's not, then you cut it off. You don't even go any further. You don't try to correct him. You just disengage, because at this wonderful age that I've made it to, I don't know about you all, but a lot of us started experimenting with SE, you know what, as teens. So why are we talking about positions and we're in our 35s, 40s, and 50s and 60s? Now, if that's what you own, cool. This is me on Dreams Are Reality. If you are about that life, we got a lot of stuff going on sexually now. If you're about that life, just want to have fun, you're kind of out there, hey man, listen to me. Tammi Sharice Walker is not going to judge you. Be the best you could be. What my god sister said in California, my god sister, business owner, hairstylist at the time. And she met this lady, and her and the lady were talking back and forth. I think the lady was in the salon waiting on someone. I'm not sure if she was getting her hair done. I don't know what was going on. And my god sister said, so what do you do for a living? She said, baby, I'm a prostitute and a crackhead. Ain't no need of me sitting up here lying. And my sister-in-law said, I understand. She respected that lady telling her the gospel truth. And that's how I am. Hey, if you about that life, go do it. I'm not here to judge, but I'm talking about right about now, men and women who want something substantial, looking for something serious, a commitment. And maybe, hey, you are looking for commitment and you do like that type of talk. So then you and that person will work well together. But for me and the other ladies and gentlemen who are on something different, I don't like that type of talk. I'm a Virgo, sensual. I take pride in that. But we don't need to sit up here and talk about that on the first date. It's so much more to talk about. There's so much going on right now. That is a natural progression. That's going to come up. And nothing more sweeter and better than you get to know someone and it progresses to that. But for it to be the first thing come out of somebody's mouth, I'm personally just not on that. I done had my fun in the sun, and I'm on something different. I'm on a different mindset. But when you're desperate, when you are scared you're not going to meet a quality person, when you accept kibbles and bits or less than, that type of verbiage or a conversation is not going to bother you. And stop making up excuses. Well, we grown. I had guys say that to me. They wanted to do a video back in the day. Let's do a sex tape. Let's do a video. No, I'm not about that. I don't want to do that. We grown. We grown. That's peer pressure. Do that with someone that wants to do that. That's not my thing. That's not my style. Now with those guys, it wasn't. So that's what I'm just trying to say. You do what feels comfortable for you, but you can't operate from a place of fear. Like, this the last hurrah. Probably not going to meet anybody. No, 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 no. We don't think like that. Not on dreams are reality. We don't have to think like that. And another thing, ladies and gentlemen, when you are going to therapy to better yourself, to work on your mental health, to process the trauma, to heal, to provide stress management. Maybe you've gone through, God forbid, an illness. Your parent was sick. You've been a caregiver. You lost your parent. Your kids have you stressed. Your kids are being bullied, having stressful times. It's just so much stuff be going on. Financial stuff, the way of the world. You're in therapy, digging deep, trying to fight for your life. Then don't cut your therapy out or quit therapy when you see progress with you and the person. And please don't do this. Don't end therapy because you're embarrassed, because you're still going back and forth with that guy and you don't want your therapist to know. I think what you all forget is we are human too. And I personally battle with some of the same things I help my clients with. I have relationship stuff going on. I choose not to talk about it a lot on YouTube. I definitely don't say nothing on Facebook and all that because I am a private person. But I still battle with relationship stuff. I talk to my therapist about things that bother me. And as much as I do my meditation, I journal, I pray, I read the Bible, I still stumble and struggle with, trying to make the right decisions. But what I'm noticing, and I'm just so grateful, and that's kind of why I jumped on here, I'm noticing that I'm pulling back and stop trying to control so much. As a woman that is now a business owner, independent lady, have been for many, many, many years, that controlling spirit, it really is in me. And I'm not going to say I'm perfectionist, but I got some perfectionism in me. And that can be a detriment to me where I'll try to control things that are not controllable. One thing I learned, and two things for sure, having breast cancer, going through chemo, being bald, going through radiation, having surgeries, I learned that I was not in control. I learned that God was in control. I learned that I had to wait on my hair to grow back. I had to wait on my cells to reproduce. I had to rest to feel better. And that's going to be the same way with love and a lot of other parts of our lives. We can't control that. And once you kind of take your hands off of it, and I know it's not going to be easy because if you're like me, I like to control some stuff. But once you stop is when you start feeling just a bit of peace. Like, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm feeling better. I don't need to do that. I don't need to try to control everything. It's gonna be okay. It really is. Dylan James, that's a guy I've been following for probably 5 or 6 years. He really helped me during my breakup. I was really hurting, and that breakup was followed by COVID, and we lost a real close family friend, and it was just a lot going on, and I just remember struggling. And Dylan James, I found his channel. He's produced so many videos, he really don't even need to do nothing else because he gave us all the information we need. But this morning he pops up, and it's like he all up in my video, and basically he was saying when people are inconsistent with you, stop trying to figure it out and just move on, and I don't mean to be so flippant with it, but it's so true. When somebody is inconsistent with you, not calling you back, not showing up, not being what you deserve, you take your energy, remove it, and put it into your business, put it into your fitness, put it into someone that needs help, put it into your mental health. You go to therapy, you travel, you go back to school, you put it on you. And I think one of the things that trips us up is we sit there and pine and mull and ruminate over why this person is acting like that. Guilty as charged. I know I do it too. But the thing that saves me the most is the busyness of my life. Maybe that's not the healthiest thing, but it helps me to move on, if that's such a thing. Yeah, in a quiet, when my mind is quiet, when I have more time, it pops up. And I'm disenchanted, just like everybody else. But in the words of my little sister from her former coworker and friend, one monkey don't stop the show. My sister, she's younger than me. She was dating the older guy from her job. And I took a liking to the guy. We went to high school together, although I don't remember him. But I liked them together. But he just couldn't get it right. He wasn't being all the way truthful to my sister. And he would hurt her feelings so bad. Her friend told her, "Girl, one monkey don't stop no show." And that's true. It really doesn't. You all listening to me, I can relate. I feel you. I know it's upsetting. I know it's confusing. I know it's painful and hurtful because it's happened to me. Even at this ripe age, still be some crazy stuff happening. But what you're gonna do and what you need to do is just keep it moving. And it's not gonna be easy, but keep focusing on what you're working on. Keep building up yourself, and the rest will follow. When you treat yourself good, when you do get your nails done, now this is not really important, but it is part of self-care. You get your nails done. Me, I'm getting a massage this next week coming up. I love watching the Chicago Bulls. I love watching the Chicago Bears. I love being with my family and friends. I just adopted a cat a month ago. We've been kicking it. It's going better. It was a bit of a rocky road, but it's going way better now until I go see what he's doing right now because he's pretty quiet. But you do these things for yourself. And even like last year and the year before, I wasn't where I want to be relationship wise. Still not to this day. But I still was able to open my business because something happened to me years ago, 20 years ago. I used to be so upset over relationships. If the relationship failed, I'm upset. I'm in a bad mood. If we doing good, I'm in a good mood. I can no longer allow a failed relationship or a confused person to upset my appetite, upset my sleep, disrupt me. I cannot. I got too much on the line. I don't have the time I had back then. So I focus. I remember when I had my breakup years ago in 2019. When it happened, I went to work. I sat at that desk. Those tears were coming down. And I kept answering that phone because I worked in HR. And my coworker said, I ended up telling her months later that I had broken up with my long-term love. And she was like, I would have never known. I said, because, girl, I had to come up in here and make this money. I still have rent due. Life goes on. Hurt, crying, in therapy every Monday. I did it every Monday. I went in person by my house, talked to this lady who wasn't even that experienced, but just getting it out helped me. And I kept that gravy train moving. Now, it was not easy. And look, I still got residue from that because it's a lot of stuff happened after that. But yeah, and I'm just going to say this, and then I'm just going to get on off here. I got to get ready for work. Oh, Lord. Oh, good Lord, I got to go. Yeah, and with my breakup, it wasn't cheating, because that's the first thing people go say. They cheat. They probably cheating. No, it was nothing like that. We got to remember, especially us more seasoned people, when you have breakups, you're dealing with a man or same sex, another woman. You're dealing with people who are flawed. They haven't dealt with their childhood trauma. They are fearful. It's a lot of, you know what going on. It's not just men. We want, as ladies, we want to blame the man. The man did this, the man did that. Us women are fearful avoidance. Us women, we can be bad communicators. We could be mean. I know. I'm a therapist now. I'm seeing what's happening. It's stop blaming the men for everything. Yes, they do some dumb, stupid stuff. I don't even know what they be thinking. They don't be thinking. And all that cheating and stuff. But it's not just men that cheat. Ladies cheat too. It goes both ways. So stop it with that. I'm superior and the man is not. That is not going to cut the mustard. What you can do is control the controllables. I was going to say something else though. Damn, I went off course. That's why I should stay where I was at. I was going to say something else about the relationship thing. Crap. Sorry you all. I kind of went off course. But yeah, long story short, I'm going to end now because I'm going all over the place. But yeah, it's not just men, it's women too. And every relationship challenge is not cheating. It can be caregiving. It can be, as when you hit the 50s and 60s, you end up being a caregiver for your parents. And that will detract from your time that you have with your partner. It could be money stuff. I mean, I'm in that situation now. I started this business about 4 months ago. It's going really well, but it's challenging because I was used to getting this same amount every other week. Now this is a variable amount. I have expenses to pay. There's a lot of discipline and I'm learning as I go. I'm doing okay, but I'm not where I want to be personally. But this is where I'm at. It'll be hard right now for me to get somebody brand new. I'll do it. I'll try to make time if it's the right guy, but I'll admit I'll be struggling a bit because I'm selfish. I'm used to my time and I'm working hard. And it won't always be like this, but I'm just saying, you know, life be lifing. And ladies, listening to me, remember, I am the therapist. I am a clinician. Some men, they're not having sex. They'll tell me why they got to lie to the therapist. No, I haven't. No, I haven't seen anybody for a while. I'm just working on me. I have men say that. So stop thinking. Don't make that the default. All men cheat. All men cheat. And you got to do, this is what I'm talking about. You got to do the work on yourself. If that's how you feel, you got to do the work on yourself. I talk to other men that are friends and family. They're not cheaters. That's not everybody's go-to. Everybody is not like a template. And all men, they're wired the same. All ladies are great women. No. We all have trauma, including me. We all have trauma. We all have a past. And we all are flawed. We all mess up. And we get back on the horse and try to ride it again. No pun intended. Tammi Sharice Walker signing off. Drop me comments. Hope something I said help you all. God bless. God keep. Bye.